Hi, friends. My name is Toni Cureton. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Life Skills FYI. Life Skills FYI provides a set of core adult capabilities to manage work, family, and relationships successfully. It's designed to help build the skills adults need for life. Life Skills FYI teaches skills of planning, focus, self-control, and flexibility. They are daily living skills to promote successful independent living, skills that every adult should know, but were never taught in school. Life Skills FYI premieres on Thursdays at 10 a.m. on our My Virtual Academy Facebook page. So today we are going to learn how to accept criticism. Criticism is a part of life. Posting on social media, performing stand-up comedy, or even coaching your kids' soccer team will all invite judgment and criticism. And doing anything truly innovative will guarantee it. So how can you prepare yourself and not be discouraged from stepping outside of your comfort zone? The funny thing about criticism is that while it stings, it's actually a critical component of becoming truly good at something. Accepting criticism and turning it into something constructive is a skill. Not only will it help you improve your interactions with other people, but it will also help you improve yourself and feel better when you have a problem. You may find it hard to believe, but you can learn to accept criticism and use it to your benefit. Today, I'd like to share with you a few tips you can use that I'm confident will help you begin to accept and utilize criticism to your advantage. So, first, you need to remain calm. It is natural to feel defensive when you're being criticized, but allowing yourself to get upset and show your emotions will not help the situation. Keep in mind that we all make mistakes when we are learning new skills, so it's criticism that is inevitable. And if you deal with it in a constructive way, you may learn something valuable as a result. So try to stay calm, even if the person who is criticizing you seems agitated. Do not match their emotion because it may make you seem incapable of handling criticism, and it will interfere with your ability to learn something from the criticism. Take a few minutes to breathe when you are being criticized. Focusing on your breathing can help you keep calm. Try counting to 5 in your head as you breathe in. Then hold your breath to the count of 5 and then exhale slowly. Also, try to smile. Even a small smile can help you feel better, and it may cause the person who is criticizing you to relax a bit as well. Next, give yourself some time to cool off. Before responding, and even before thinking about the criticism that you receive, give yourself some time to cool down. If you can, do something that you enjoy for about 15 to 20 minutes, such as listening to your favorite type of music, or reading a small book, or taking a walk. Giving yourself time to cool down after receiving harsh criticism will help you to deal with it in a constructive way, rather than just reacting based on your emotional response. When possible, walk away from the situation if you need to take some time to think. Next, don't be defensive. Separate the criticism from other areas of your life. When accepting criticism, in a way that is healthy for you, you need to remember to not to be defensive, and to remember to compartmentalize. Try not to think about criticism as being personal or speaking against other things that you do. Take it as it is and do not add things to it or make assumptions about other aspects of yourself based on what was said. For example, if someone gives you a criticism about your painting, it doesn't mean that you're a bad artist. You can still have flaws in a work that you create, or you can still create a work of art that no one likes, but that doesn't mean that you're still not a great artist. Next, you should consider the motivation for the criticism. Most criticism is meant to be constructive, at least the kind that we're talking about right now. You should view it like feedback. If you receive feedback from work or from someone, in your family, your loved one, your boss, your mate, whoever, you have to remember that they're critiquing you and they don't enjoy it either. They don't take pleasure in sharing something that could be viewed as negative about you. They are equally hesitant to give you the criticism as you are in receiving it. They don't want to make you feel bad. And they likely know by now that you take criticism to the heart. But still, they offer the criticism because it's important, because it brings you back to the why. Instead of focusing on the hurt or taking offense to someone's criticism, remember its purpose. Constructive criticism is meant to help you improve your skills at work or your relationships, your personal relationships. It's meant to improve you in these areas. Remembering this is key to responding well to criticism when you receive it. Next, you need to listen and engage. Now that you understand the purpose of constructive criticism, focus on listening and engaging. Listen to the individual's feedback, and when they pause or are finished, restate what they've communicated to you. For example, with your boss, you can say something like, "I'm hearing that you want me to show more initiative on a daily basis. Is that correct?" And with your family or your romantic partner, you could say something like, "I'm hearing that you want me to put more effort into communicating with you throughout the day. Does that sound correct?" Doing so shows the individual that you're listening and taking in their feedback. Next, you should ask questions. Now, if you don't fully understand what the individual is trying to communicate or how you can improve on the critique area, ask questions. Don't be afraid. The individual will likely be happy to answer any questions you have because their goal is to help you to improve. Additionally, if you really don't agree with the criticism that you've received, this is a good opportunity to ask the individual for examples. For example, if they say to you, if they say something to you about, "I want you to communicate with me throughout the day on a regular basis," and you don't really understand what they're saying, you could respond by saying, "I want to make sure I understand. Can you give me an example of a specific time where I didn't communicate in the way that you're indicating?" Or you can say, "I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. When have you felt under prioritized? Or when have you felt that I've not effectively communicated with you. Can you give me some examples? This is a good way to show that A, you are listening, you are engaged, and that you're open to what they're saying, and you're trying to explore and see how you can best resolve this. Next, show your appreciation. After you've listened and understood the individual's criticism, thank them for taking the time to talk to you about this. In the work environment, you can say something like, I really appreciate you bringing this issue to my attention. Or you could say, I'm glad we were able to talk about this. And in your personal relationships, you could say something like, I'm happy that you feel comfortable talking to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time to talk about this issue. The key is to demonstrate your appreciation. Then, if it feels necessary, you can even ask to revisit the issue at a later time. For example, if your boss presented something to you that he wanted you to fix or to work on, you can ask to schedule a follow-up meeting to talk about whether or not the issue has been resolved in a few weeks or a few months down the road. So, receiving criticism isn't fun, and it probably never will be. But that doesn't mean you can't learn how to accept criticism and use it to your benefit at work and in your personal relationships. So hopefully these tips that I've shared will help you to do so. Well, friends, that is all my time for today. Thanks so much for tuning in to Life Skills FYI. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My number is 586-842-0558. That's 586-842-0558. Again, my name is Toni Cureton. Thanks so much for tuning in to Life Skills FYI. And always remember to adult responsibly.